He would eventually meet Evelyn Nesbit, who was an up-and-coming actress. They met in 1901. Evelyn was born in 1884. So, yes, Virginia. She was probably 16, maybe 17 at the time. And Stanford was 48. Evelyn was born in Pennsylvania, in a small town outside of Pittsburgh. She was very close to her father, who encouraged her to read and improve herself. Unfortunately, he died suddenly at the age of 40, leaving Evelyn, her mother, and her younger brother penniless. They lost their home, and they lived a very nomadic existence for several years. They were basically couch surfing from home to home, from friend to friend, and even Howard was sent away to live with family and friends periodically so that Evelyn and her mother both could go to work. The family was finally able to pull enough money together to rent a house, and Mrs. Nesbit ended up renting out the extra rooms to boarders. She was a horrible landlady, apparently, because she did not like to ask people for money. And so she made Evelyn do it, because Evelyn was young and pretty, and she figured that she could get the money easier.
Please pay your rent.
Right. And I think this is probably the beginning of a very long history of Evelyn being exploited for her beauty.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she was like maybe 12 or 13 at this time. The family moved to Philadelphia in 1898, so Evelyn was 14 at that time. The whole family went to work this time at Wanamaker's department store.
Oh, in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is it still there?
Oh, yeah, it's a Macy's, and there's an organ in it, and it's awesome.
Cool.
It's really cool.
So they were working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. And
no thanks.
It's most likely that Evelyn may have actually been younger than she was, that her mom probably tried to circumvent child labor laws by telling people she was older than she really was.
Oh, yeah.
So she said Evelyn herself, when she was interviewed, wasn't even sure how old she was.
Right.
She was just going with that 1884 birth date. Now, Evelyn, fortunately for her, this actually turned out to be a good move. She was basically discovered by an artist while working at this department store, and he wanted to
paint her,
right? And so that would begin her modeling career, which back then could be a very slippery slope into a disreputable life.
Right.
Her mother did act as a chaperone for her, so at least she was trying to keep her daughter safe. Evelyn generally made $1 for 5 hours of sitting.
That doesn't sound like a lot even for them.
Yeah, that's like $26 in 2016 money.
For how many hours?
5 hours.
Oh,
basically.
You can do better, Evelyn.
And yes, Mona is in my lap purring. So if you hear the purring in the background, that is Mona saying hello.
I love listening to her in the microphone. It's cute.
So Evelyn became very popular with many well-respected Philadelphia artists. But in 1900, her mother decided to relocate the family to New York, which just doesn't really make any sense. She went first. She left Evelyn and her younger brother behind with friends and tried to find work. And she apparently just didn't do a really good job with that. And so after trying to find work for a while, she eventually just sent... Goodness. Yes, that's what I think about Evelyn's mother, too. So she eventually just sent for Evelyn and Howard come to her, and they were basically living in one room in the back of this tenement.
Okay.
Evelyn had gotten references from several of the artists, and it was kind of like her mother maybe didn't want her to go back into modeling or something, but they were finally forced to because their financial situation was becoming rather dire. And so Evelyn went back to modeling and quickly reached supermodel status because she was very beautiful, and you can find many pictures of her online, and she really was stunning. She became one of the models for the Gibson Girls, which was the brainchild of Charles Dana Gibson.
Yeah.
And probably fairly easily the symbol of the modern woman, I guess, from, the turn of the century.
Exactly.
And she was also frequently featured on the cover of Ladies' Home Journal, Vanity Fair, and Cosmopolitan, which was much less trashy than in the 1900s.
Yeah.
Eventually, Evelyn got bored with modeling and decided she wanted to try her hand at being an actress. So, through her connections, she was able to land a extra position in a play called Florodora.
Florodora.
Yeah. Sounds like a real highbrow.
Is Dora the name of a woman?
I don't know. I should
like
probably
the protagonist?
Or... Yeah, I should look up to see what this is. But it premiered in July of 1901. And she quickly went from being an extra to being a chorus girl. They were known as the Florodora Girls. And so that's how she met Stanford White. And Stanford White quickly sort of began working his wiles on her. So
him and his mustache.
And his mustache. Oh, dear. No. Oh, no. So,
which probably had a face of its own. It was so big.
I have to admit, I wonder how you would even kiss the man, because
no,
you would have to go dicking for his lips.
I know.
There's so much there.
It was an excessive.
It was very excessive. So we're gonna leave Stanford and Evelyn there. For this episode, and next week we will get into the real juicy dirt.
Juicy dirt.
Juicy dirt. That's a good
juicy
question.
Bits or
juicy bits?
Dirt.
Yeah, juicy bits and dirt.
Okay,
I like juicy dirt. That's gonna be my new thing.
All right,
we're bringing you some real juicy dirt.
Is that like pluff mud?
Oh, just less stinky.
Yes.
What we're referring to is a Charleston phenomenon known as pluff mud. It smells like sulfur.
It does.
It's not. It's just this brown, icky, sticky mud that stinks to high heaven. So you have that to look forward to if you ever visit Charleston. Until next week, as always, please remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and the Twitter. If you enjoyed this episode or any
you
of
do the Twitter?
We do the Twitter, sorta. I basically post on Instagram and link it because the Twitter...
Just because.
The Twitter just... I don't know. Me and the Twitter have never gotten along.
Yeah, I don't.
So, so if you like this episode, please rate and review us on iTunes, all those other ones.
5 stars only.
5 stars
just
only.
Just as a reminder.
Yes. Where are we all also
Constructive criticism.
Goodness.
Oh, Instagram.
No.
Did you say that? So now I'm doing it. Last time I was like the Stitcher, and you were talking about that's.
I'm so confused.
So Stitcher, iTunes,
or Apple Podcasts, whatever they call it now.
Oh,
Player FM.fm and TuneIn. That's right.
There's so many.
Yeah, we're pretty much everywhere. And if you can't find us on whatever podcatcher you use, please let us know and we will get ourselves there because we like you that much. Also, check out our website, scandalsheetspod.com. For episode notes, we put our references on there usually. Also, you can shoot us an email at scandalsheetspod@gmail.com. Give us your thoughts. We do enjoy constructive criticism. Or praise. We really like the praise.
Definitely.
Just let us know that you're enjoying yourself. Or if you've got any good ideas for future shows, please send them our way. We're always open to those as well. So, yeah. It's Sunday night, and I'm tired.
I'm tired, too.
So, on that note, we'll see you next week. So, ta-ta for now.
TTFN.
What is that?
Ta-ta for now.
Oh, TTFN.
Yeah.
Hashtag TTFN.
Good night.